President Trump is praising the Supreme Court's decision to allow deportations to continue under the Alien Enemies Act. But the justices said those targeted for deportation under the wartime law have the right to fight against removal, something the hundreds sent to an El Salvador prison last month could not do. CBS's legal contributor and Loyola Law School professor Jessica Levinson joins me now. Jessica, the president and the administration feel like this is a win for them. Let's take this out of the competition sphere and go back to what Jeb Boasberg, the judge who tried to put a pause on this at the beginning, wasn't his concern about due process? And in that way, doesn't he basically sync up with the Supreme Court's decision today?
Yes, you don't need me anymore. That's exactly right. What the Supreme Court said in this per curiam opinion is that you need due process. They basically said the way this particular case came up to them was incorrect, and that's why they vacated Judge Boasberg's temporary restraining order. They said you need to bring this case in the place, in the venue where you are being held, and you need to bring it as a habeas petition, essentially a petition from somebody in custody saying, I'm unlawfully in custody. I shouldn't be here. Those are hard to prove, but it wasn't a substantive on the merits ruling on the Alien Enemies Act. It was an embrace, as you said, in part of what Judge Boasberg said, which is you need due process. You need notice before you are detained and before you are deported under this statute.
So what does this mean then if for the people who have already been deported and who are in jail in El Salvador?
That's really tricky. And there's language in the order in this per curiam that says from this time on, essentially, you need due process. So for the people who have already been deported, that's very difficult because of jurisdictional issues. For people who are being held, they can obviously assert a habeas petition for those, again, who have not yet been deported. But I think it's more of a political solution for those who have been deported as opposed to a legal one.